When the winds of change blow, the life you are accustomed to can be shattered in an instant.
I'm Kathleen Hertel, and I lost my father when I was 15 and lost my son when he was 25.
Rachel Funari, and my brother passed from a drowning accident.
I'm Carrie Lavelle. My brother was killed in a car accident 17 years ago.
I'm Mara Zolberg. I lost my mom when I was 4, and I just lost my father 2 months ago.
The mission of Imagine is to support those who are coping with loss and to foster resilience and emotional well-being for all those who grieve. And the way that we do that is through our year-round Grief Support Center, which is for children ages 3 to 18 who have had a parent or sibling die, and for the families of those children, and for young adults 18 and up.
He actually called me, and he asked me to turn on the TV to tell him what was going on. So, and they were in the kitchen doing artwork. I don't remember very much after that, so people tell me, and then I pieced it together. But I could have used a place like this. So we have a 13-year-old frog. My husband bought it through Insect Lore. It comes in the mail in a little tube. He bought it for Dylan, and Dylan couldn't even say frog yet. And I have taken care of this thing. It is 13 years old. Every day I thank God it's still alive.
When Ben died, he was 13 years old. He was just going into 8th grade that fall. And it was the first day of our vacation, and they were water skiing in an area where they shouldn't have been water skiing in. And the young kids were out playing in the water. And one of the skiers fell, and they whipped the boat around and hit my son and killed him. It was very hard on my wife and me. It was impossibly hard on my wife and me. But it was also impossibly hard for our daughter. My other children are Ingrid, who was 10 at the time, and then we had a 13-month-old baby as well. And when Ben died, it was a horrible event for her that she really struggled to know how to handle. She looked at her 2 parents, and we were a total mess. And I think she felt that she couldn't talk to us about her pain because she saw that we were in so much pain, and I think she probably was afraid that we would fall apart. I really feel that being involved with groups of kids that were going through similar things would have been so beneficial for her. It would have given her a chance to express her feelings, to realize she's not crazy, to realize that other people in these situations go through the same things. It would have been much easier for her to go on with her life. This kind of comes from that favorite picture of ours, the fish, but I also wanted to represent Ben in the picture as well, and to show that he's smiling and that he was a really sweet, loving kid that I miss a lot, but I also have in my heart now.
I used to mess up his hair, and he had the best hair. He used so much hairspray on it. And I used to mess it up even though he hated it when I did that, and then I would try to redo it. And I guess it's one of my happiest memories about him.
For me, I think the biggest thing that I miss is like just having a male role model that can kind of guide me on my way to becoming a man personally. And that's probably what hurts the most.
I remember when I guess you guys got the diagnosis, we all were in, me and my brother had shared a room, and we're all sitting on my bed with Victoria and Connor, and you guys were explaining to us, you know, Dad has cancer and he's not gonna get better. And I didn't realize like not getting better meant he was going to die. He was always trying to be strong and be calm and not complain or cry about what was going on, just to deal with it and kind of be there for us.
One of the things I remember, the kids in the hospital, he had so much pain that ability to hug the person that you love, that was like your teddy bear, he really couldn't do that because it hurt too much. And there was a day that he, you know, hugged the kids individually and he was trying to talk to Connor, and he really couldn't talk to him. And I don't know if he did like a pound it thing to you, you know, kind of trying to say, are we okay? Because he couldn't talk. He tried, you know, he tried to kind of leave them the best that he could in that short period of time that he had to say goodbye.
When you lose a loved one, and the grief is so intense, you can't remember much about the person. And I wanted more than anything to have my love back for my child. I wanted the love and the memories that I had lost. And I knew that unless I gave up the pain, that it was impossible for me to have. And that helped us, all of us, really kind of move on with this. But we wanted him back in our lives again. We didn't want him isolated in some spot. That's what's happened.
Life isn't about holding on to the pain and the hurt of it. That'll always be there, whether you hold on to it or not. But to embrace that, you know, we're still alive and we have lives ahead of us. And I think it's really just all about love. And that's what it comes down to.
Imagine, dedicated to a world where children coping with loss grow up emotionally healthy and able to lead meaningful and productive lives.